And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix 2025 broadcast. I'm accompanied by Kevin Korstein. I'm Kenny Chata. How are you doing?
No, this is gonna be an interesting race because we have a cold weather for the first time in a long while. And it's 19 degrees, plus it's gonna be a full rainy weekend. So it's
Indeed, maybe not a full rainy race, but as I said yesterday, there were strong indications that it would rain most of the day today, and it is confirmed there are gonna be showers of potentially heavy rain this afternoon in Imola. A little bit of a breakdown of the famous Autodromo Enzo Edino Ferrari. Very technical track with fast sector 1, a much slower and technical sector 2, and a sector 3 that only has 4 corners with the chicane and the last double left-hander. The now very long straight line, home straight. It used to be a chicane down there called the Variante Bassa. It is no longer in the F1 layout for quite a long time. However, the old Tamburello turn, which was the first, is a chicane since pretty much 25 years ago. We're gonna see a lot of a lot of potentially mistakes with the wet track that is forecast. Not a lot of overtaking possibilities, however. Quick look at the grid. We have a lot of things that happened in this qualifying session, namely Liam De La Cruz crash in Q2. Renegan broke Park Fermé regulations and did not record any Q3 lap. He will start from the pit lane. So that's starting from the bottom. As you can see, both Kicksaubers were eliminated in Q1. McLaren's had a little bit of a struggle as well, with Jaulet only 13th on the grid. Josh Nathaniel 11th. They both missed a Q3 for the first time of the season. At the top of the ranking, we have both Red Bulls in an excellent positions, both Mercedes 2 and 3. Eetu Väisänen, the Finn, is in pole position after a wonderful first attempt in Q3 on Saturday. But the grid position is not going to be a predominant factor for the final result today, as we are expecting rain. So strategy, stress resistance, concentration, and limiting the amount of mistakes will be the main factors. Strategy-wise, we expect pretty much nothing, because it's gonna be an adaptation race. And we are headed to the grid. So, as of now, as you can see, it is dry. But we know the weather forecast tells that in between 15 and 30 minutes, a quite heavy cloudcast is going to pass over the region, and rain is expected. So in about 15 to 30 minutes. The lights are turned off and we are racing in Imola. Eetu Väisänen with the pole has a very good start on the clean side of the track. Both Mercedes are following pretty closely. They are attacked by Jack Teff, the championship leader, is trying to do the outside on turn number 1. And he didn't manage to overtake there. He chose to back off. He starts on mediums. Of course, with the rain being forecast in between 15 to 30 minutes, of course, the tire choice at the start will be soft for those who expect the rain to fall early enough, and for those who expect to have to hold on their starting set of tires for longer, more than 30 minutes, for example, mediums are very well advised. So, as it stands, I would say those that have a fresh soft tire set have an advantage going into this race, but mediums can do the job as well. We're seeing some battling at the back of the pack. Bayer and Keisner, 17th and 15th position, 17th and 18th position, and ahead we have significant gaps on between first, second, and third, but Jack Teff is following very closely. Ureta and Simon Snicek is following also pretty closely. Randy Belichick lost a position at the start to the benefit of, I believe, well, who actually passed Belichick? Was Jason Roy already ahead? I don't think so. Might have just been a swap between him and Jason Roy.
Jason Roy. Both I think passed. No.
Kevu was ahead at the start.
Yeah,
I'm not wrong.
Kevu was ahead. Jason Roy jumped. Belichick because he got the better start.
All right, all right.
As we talk about the strategy now, the top three starting on softs, then Jack Teff, Simon Strysnak, Kevu starting on mediums, then again 7th to 9th is softs, then Sam Beck, then Swanson is starting on mediums, and everyone else, expect Liam de la Crosse, is on a soft tire.
Liam de la Cruz always starting on this medium tire for whatever reason. He likes it a lot this season, and Simon Snicek is already looking to attack Jack Teff. The championship leader is defending in turn 1 and has the better trajectory at the exit of the second turn. Stays ahead for now. Simon Snicek is trying again in the next corner, but backs off. Braking zone before the Tosa turn. Uphill, slow, left-hander.
Right now the soft tire, everyone is pushing hard because they know the rain is gonna come soon.
They don't know if it's gonna come soon, actually. They know it's gonna come, but when? That's the question. And at the moment, we have an idea that it will be soon enough for the tire compound to resist until we switch to inters. But it's a matter of when it's gonna come. So if it rains in 30 minutes, it could be a good 20-25 laps on this soft tire, and that could be a heavy toll for this compound. So better be careful, I would say.
Well, we'll see, but Michael Swart is trying to attack Bison and it didn't work out. Simon Strysnak is attacking once again and finally got the head of Jack Teff. Randy Belichick is defending against Lucas right now. Defended successfully.
Can we say that we had a pretty quiet start of the race? We've seen more eventful and agitated early stages of races. But don't worry, those who are looking for fireworks, action, strategy, and drama, they're gonna have that very, very soon as we enter a pretty much unknown and unscripted phase of the race. Rain is going to shake it all. Michael Zwart reported on the radio a technical issue. Could be related to I forgot what he had issues with in Miami, but it could be related to the same thing or just a different issue. well, it isn't annoying him too much for now, as he's trying to overtake. Kevu battling with Jack Teff and actually managed to overtake. They were side by side in the whole Tamburello chicane, but Jack Teff is not giving up. He might actually try to do the outside in Tosa, and that was almost enough to pass again.
What a pass from Cortekevo. So now allies on the front of the grid. Both Mercs are pressurizing Väisänen now. This time both Mercedes are showing pace around there.
Both Mercedes in a pretty good position, and they have a bit of margin to the 4th place of Simon Snicek. That's important because when we will be pitting, then they have a little bit of wiggle room. Because their cars are following each other, right? So they're gonna have to do a double pit stop if they don't want to delay one of their cars' pit stop. Having a little bit of wiggle room to the next car is a huge strategic advantage. So Cortekevo better try to close the gap a bit, to apply pressure strategically on the Mercedes, and he's trying to do just that. The gap has significantly reduced. If we look at the Sector 1 times, I believe Cortekevo is 3/10 faster at the moment. Yes, indeed, 2/10 faster than Zwart and 6/10, in fact, than Ureta. So he's pushing now to close the gap and apply some pressure. Simon Snicek, at the screen, once a championship leader, dropped a little bit further back in the standings. He is 5th of the Drivers' Championship, only 9 points back of the 2nd place of Josh Nathaniel. Nathaniel is not in the points currently. Right behind Väisänen from Swartz on board. We know that Ferrari top speed is not their strong suit.
No.
And Swartz is trying to apply pressure to overtake. 3 cars following each other. Lucas Wright maybe trying to dive so violently. Jason Roy, but also so cleanly. There was no contact whatsoever. I don't know how he kept control of the car with such an aggressive attack. Lucas Wright, the reigning champion, is on a charge.
There is a battle going on, Springfield and Afonso. Afonso trying to hold the position. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Afonso is safe as of right now. And Liam Delegras is making progress up the grid. Slowly but surely. As we get to lap 8 now, can Michael Swartz finally get the heads off? And there was a crash.
Oh, we have an incident over there, and it's Cortekevo who struck the wall at in the last turn, in fact. And it looks like we will be on a VSC for now. Maybe the safety car will be deployed. Cortekevo, look at what he just did there. He called the... Well, it rained a tiny bit. It was drizzling this morning when I arrived on the circuit. Those white lines are still... maybe still wet. And he accelerated on that white line on the inside of turn 18 and immediately spun and crashed. What a shame. Cortekevo was doing a really good season thus far. Not at the very top of the rankings, but 5 times consecutively in the points. This race will be a 0 for him. And so we have a VSC. Potentially, some cars might be looking to pit, but I don't believe it's viable because we're waiting for the rain to come at some point.
It's already getting cloudy. You can see the
We
clouds
see
already.
that it's getting more and more overcast around this place, indeed. And it's very likely that rain will not wait for too long before starting. Air temperatures are significantly lower than yesterday, were between 19 and 23 degrees. Track temperatures down by more than 5 degrees when we measured that at the start of the race. It might actually be an issue when it comes to water evaporation and more generally heating the rain tires. That will be a challenge, more than likely.
We are on lap 9 now. Waiting until the virtual safety car is ending. We have a huge train here of cars that are following each other.
Yeah, indeed, we have a pretty big train, a pretty big queue. It's almost a queue because they're driving peasantly behind, I was gonna say behind the safety car, behind the virtual safety car. So not behind anything, technically.
And the safety car is ending at the end of this lap, so we'll
VSC about to end indeed, and
who had the better start at the front? Väisänen had a better one, and there was another yellow flag.
was already ahead. We already have a yellow flag. Oh, on cold tires, Randy Belichick just locked up, literally at the restart.
And let's see what happens. This is after the restart now.
Oh, he actually spun.
He spun the car around.
At least he did not damage the car, but he's gonna be at the back of the pack.
And the team's hopes are gone now, with Randy finishing in the points. And there is a battle behind him now forming up.
That's a terrible hit to the confidence of the Slovakian driver. We were praising him for his success in Miami. 4th place, scored points in both the sprint and the main race. Was very strong in qualifying pace yesterday. But unfortunately for him, fails to find success on Sunday today. At least so far. Things can change pretty quickly, and we have another lockup. It's A2 Väisänen, the poleman. He's gone straight on the last turn, completely forgot to brake. I don't know what he did, but he locked up very early there. He missed his braking point, and is...
It's a 1-2. And now it's a 1-2 for Mercedes, as we see it again now.
A 1-2 for Mercedes, indeed.
Did he lock up the outside wheel? Yes, he did. No,
wow,
inside
he
wheel.
broke like 30 meters too late. That's a big driving mistake from Väisänen.
Now
and Michael Zwart is leading the Grand Prix.
And it's a 1-2 for Mercedes. Is it the day for Michael Zwart and Ignacio? Is it the day for them?
And we are only 11 laps out of 63 into this race.
The cloud and the rain is coming. We have heard from the radios it's 2 minutes away. So it is coming over the track.
Indeed, we're announcing to the drivers that droplets of rain will soon start to fall here.
So it already is a little bit. It's drizzling a little bit in the main straight already. So it has already started.
It's not visible quite yet, and we haven't heard drivers saying that it's raining. But it is. We're seeing a few drops.
And Michael Spark did the fastest lap, so now they are pushing. Both Mercedes are pushing away now.
Doing work right now to not only secure the fastest lap point, but also to just escape away. And Simon Snitschek is applying maximum pressure on Väisänen, who has worn tires after his lockup. Simon Snitschek might actually be trying to overtake Väisänen before the rain comes.
And
He's
it's
very
raining.
present at the moment.
And it started raining.
And indeed, we're now seeing the rain actually falling.
And it's a yellow flag.
And
There is
another yellow.
one. It's Michael Spark.
Michael Zwart made a mistake. Did he?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Michael Spark. Let's see what happens. Is the rain starting to kick in really that much already?
And indeed, it can surprise the drivers pretty quickly.
Did he hit the wall? No, he didn't. He's fine.
He didn't hit the wall.
And
No
now,
damage, but
out
he damaged
of
his tires.
nowhere,
And
Ureta is
Ignacio
leading.
Ureta is leading this race. And the track conditions become trickier and trickier.
And now Väisänen is attacking Michael Swartz. And he gets the place back on Michael Swartz. So Michael Swartz is again behind Väisänen now.
And we are hearing it's a radio call from Mercedes that rain will intensify to grade 2 in target 3 to 5 minutes. So rain is intensifying at the moment on the track.
Yeah, but Ignacio
So-
is right now taking it very seriously, and he is actually taking it more slowly than any other driver. He's actually
So
taking
far,
more slow-
nobody is anticipating a pit stop for Inters, as the main trajectory still remains a bit dry. But there's going to be a turning point very soon, and the call will have to come at the right moment. One lap early or late can be prejudicial. Michael Zwart, despite locking and making a flat on his tires, is still applying pressure on Väisänen, but it would be very bold to try to overtake there.
And we can already see some puddles on the track as we ride on board with Väisänen's. So when is it gonna be the first pit stops that we see into Inters? Who is the first team to do so? And this look goes right. No, Ureta is first. Ureta is first.
No, Ignacio Ureta is anticipating. He's maybe anticipating because Mercedes knows that Ureta has margin to the next car, and they maybe want to stop Michael Zwart on the next lap. So at the perfect moment to maybe
They will
defend his position to
there is a
Snitchek.
lot of chaos going on in the pit lane now.
And as Ureta pitted, well, it looks like a lot of, if not all cars but four, all cars but five are pitting for Inters, and it's absolute madness here in the pit lane.
Everyone is now coming out. The Ignacio is first. How much is he gonna be leading now? 4.8 seconds, basically 5 seconds is the gap now. Then there is Jack Def, Lucas Wright, Riley Swanson, Sam Fact, Jason Roy, Sardinha, Lee Delagras, Springfield, Egan, Velasic, Xiaolei, and Robin Geisner will be the last one to exit the pits right now. As we wait now for these guys to pit.
Now Zwart's turn to pit. Snitchek also pitted 1 lap later for Red Bull, despite a significant gap between him and Belacek. Michael Zwart pit stop is pretty smooth. Nathaniel, pretty smooth as well. I'm not sure. No, nobody actually jumped anyone in the pit lane between those
Lucas Wright
4 cars.
just Lucas Wright won positions now. Michael Swart lost 2 positions. So the biggest gainer is Lucas Wright right now.
Oh yeah, so it definitely was a better idea to pit earlier on, as those Inter tires, even on a slightly dry track, they're more efficient. They're more efficient for the single reason that the slick tires are worn out, and it's easier to warm those tires if the track is not too wet when you put them on. So pretty good call, but then Mercedes should have swapped the calls. They should have pitted Zwart first and Ureta next. They thought the better idea was to wait for 1 more lap, but they should have pitted Michael Zwart first. And Lucas Wright is in 4th position and he's one of the big winners,
Yeah, but actually,
strategically speaking.
yeah. Actually speaking, Ignacio Ureta had the track position to pit first. That's the biggest role there is now. Again, Lucas Wright.
Snitchek lost big.
Jack Def. Yes, Risnek lost out. And Lucas Wright, is he gonna try? No.
It's very difficult to attack without a DRS around this place.
We're gonna see a lot of stationary moving now. And tire management.
Still filming the battle between Wright and the championship leader Tef. Jack Tef is defending and currently in 3rd place, looking to extend his championship lead, but we still have so long way to go. And apparently we're gonna keep getting grade 2 rain for at least 5 minutes.
I was gonna just interrupt you because Lucas Wright was looking in the inside. He tried in the turn 2.
He's trying into turn 4 as well, and now no chance in Tosa under these conditions.
And
He
now-
will need to wait for the next lap.
And Red Bull has Red Bull and Mercedes now have confirmed there is more rain to come. There is more rain forecasted, and it's gonna get heavier.
Grade 2 rain for 5 more minutes, and then it's bound to intensify to grade 3. That's what we're telling. And that's how the next 10 minutes are looking like.
Yeah, we will see what happens. And now the conditions can get very, very bad. The visibility can get very bad. Let's see, will Lucas Bright get the overtake done now? Or will the Williams be too fast right now? It seems like the Williams is too fast right now. He is closing in. He is looking at the outside. Not working this time around.
Very difficult to overtake because only the main trajectory is I'm not gonna say dry, but it's the least wet one. So you're taking the risk of locking your tires on a wetter track when you exit the trajectory, unless other cars have been there before.
And actually Väisänen is closing in on Urreta. As we speak, it's 2.3 seconds already, so slowly but surely the Ferrari is closing in on the Merc. And we can see already that the rain is getting heavier and heavier. It might be becoming a stormy weather today.
We're not hearing thunderstorm, but we are seeing a lot of rain now falling on the track. And it is just getting more intense now as we're seeing. We're hearing the rainfall as well, more and more.
And now Väisänen is even more close to Ignacio. He has closed in. He was really
Into
fast.
Väisänen is taking advantage of the Ferrari handling. The Ferraris might actually work wonderfully on a track like this. And we know that it's pretty much the opposite for the Mercedes car. They don't have as much downforce.
And there is a yellow flag. Something happened.
Another yellow. What are we looking at? We don't quite know what's the incident.
Let's see.
It's
who
a
is it? It's De La Cruz.
magnificent cast of curves, as Liam De La Cruz apparently had a problem. He went off in the gravel in Tosa like in Q2. He is loving this turn, I can tell you that.
And actually Väisänen is trying to overtake now. He type bombed Ignacio. Will Ignacio defend this successfully? Yes, he did.
Not
Väisänen-
for now. Ureta is holding on.
And Väisänen.
Managing this tire can be interesting as well.
And Väisänen is trying the inside. No. Ignacio
Ferrari
is
does not have
defending
top
hard,
speed. That's the problem.
But
The Ferrari
Ignacio
does not have
defended
top speed.
successfully. Ignacio has.
And it might actually be a setup, a setup choice from Ferrari
And now-
to throw away top speed
And
for
now,
more
as we
cornering.
see on the cameras, the conditions have been getting worse and worse, and now we are on the part. The full heavy rain has arrived on the track.
We are probably in this patch of grade 3 rain that the teams have been mentioning. The grip level is now falling apart, and even on the inters it's gonna be trickier and trickier to keep the car on the track and not lock up under the first little push on the brakes. It's very likely that teams will be looking to replace those inters by new wets. if it keeps raining like this for another 5 minutes, I believe there will be way too much standing water on the track. We're seeing the spray is becoming slowly but surely a problem for all drivers.
As we see a lot of spray already being kicked out. Soon enough the drivers will go into the full wets that we usually don't see very much because the intermediates have been the better tire to use nowadays.
Ignacio Ureta, the Spaniard, it's probably not his favorite weather, but he's doing the best of his ability to keep and hold Väisänen back. He's actually on a pretty decent pace. He's faster than everyone else on the track except Lucas Wright, Michael Zwart, his teammate, who is pushing right behind Lucas Wright, and Eetu Väisänen.
Väisänen is looking out of his spray because he can't see the braking zones.
Indeed, and he already locked up earlier, remember. Is Väisänen close enough to attempt an attack on Ureta? I'm not sure he is able to here. And remember, the top speed differential naturally is favorable to the Mercedes.
Yeah, so see back here, everyone is looking outside of the line to get a better view of the track. It's
Indeed.
getting more worse. It's getting more worse
And
every minute the track.
And it's getting so wet now. I'm wondering when the first cars will pit for full wets. Because right now, that could be the call. The problem is that the track is getting colder, so you need to warm up those full wets. And the later you pit, the more difficult it will be to bring them to temperature.
Yeah, as the drivers are having very different conditions. They haven't seen these conditions in a while. So as we see on Riley's on board, Swanson's on board, we can see how he has to look out on everything to see anything.
Driving in those conditions is such a challenge.
And now we got the report from the race control that the conditions have changed to wet. So a full wet conditions now. So it's the right time to cross over now. Who's gonna be the first one to bid for wets? Not the first top 7.
Nobody's trying. Are they expecting the rain to calm down early enough so that it's not viable to pit for full wets? That could also be a possibility. But then it's gonna be so challenging to keep the cars on the track with those inters and so much rain pouring now on the track. It's
hard.
Very difficult.
Yeah,
now.
It's hard to see the cars even on the track. How is the cameras following? Is the main question. It's getting worse and worse.
And you can see, look at those cars sliding a little bit at the reacceleration. It's so difficult. It's so challenging.
Now we get to another lap 25. Will anyone bid now for new tires? Nobody wants. So far, top 2 has continued on. Will the top 3? Yes, they are continuing on. Is anyone even bidding? Jason Roy is reporting more problems on the car.
Jason Roy with mechanical issues. And the gap between Väisänen and Jacktef has increased. 0.25 seconds. Ignacio Ureta is doing excellent work ahead to keep the position. He set the fastest lap the previous lap.
Yeah,
I mean, the fastest,
on the wet running so far.
not on the whole running, but the fastest on the last
Yeah.
lap.
It's 1.2 seconds now, so Väisänen has to off back a little bit to cool his tires. Or to just see the racing line and the braking points. It's hard to see now. So yeah, they will need to run out. As we see, no overtaking, everybody's taking it curiously. They are not trying anything hard, they're just driving around trying to get the better of it until the rain just chills down.
And the rain keeps falling at the same intensity as earlier on as we approach the middle of the race. Lucas Wright is at a reasonable distance behind Death.
McLarens are having a very interesting race so far, so as Saubers. Sardinha has gained a lot. He started 18th, I think, and now he's 11th. Pretty interesting race so far going on in the Sauber garage. And we got the confirmation that the rain is the biggest hit is going away soon. In 5 to 10 minutes.
It could be the reason why the teams anticipated and decided to keep the Inters and survive on them. And it was a unanimous call from all teams, at least so far.
Springfield's on board now. Will she overtake Afonso? Will she try? No, he's just keeping behind. Everyone has at least 6/10 of a gap between each other.
Indeed, in these conditions, it looks like cars are not trying to fight each other, and it's understandable.
And Robin Geisner, who is having a very bad weekend so far. Very slow. And
oh, a little bit of a wide trajectory in the chicane for Geisner.
Geisner is having a very interesting race so far. So much off the base. He has a 1 second off the base. What is going on with that Sauber? Now everyone is about 6/10 to 1 second away from each other.
and rain will keep falling at this intensity for another lap, says the Haas radio to Riley Swenson.
We see already the darker clouds are going away from the circuit.
It's it's slightly clearer. We can see the sun is trying to pierce the somewhat lighter clouds a few kilometers away from the track. And as the rain intensity is now dropping, we will slowly find drier conditions. Less soaked wet conditions, let's put it this way.
The temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. Track is 28.5 degrees Celsius. So it's getting warmer again. It was 18 at some points. Now we're starting to see the cars are starting to close in again on each other. And they're starting to kick off the spray from the track.
And so far, have we seen a successful overtake on the wet track? I'm not sure we've seen that. Maybe at the back of the pack we missed one. But it looks like
haven't had any
cars are retaining their position because they all have the tires at the same life, let's say, and car performances and driver performances do not differ enough to where we can imagine it becomes possible to overtake.
Yes, now we see the cars are starting to close in on each other again because they're starting to see, and yeah, it's getting lighter. And now Nathaniel is 4 tenths. 3 tenths now away from Jason Roy. We might be soon seeing an overtake done by Nathaniel. Will it be now? No, it isn't now. And there is an overtake. Afonso is attacking Sardinha now. Will Sardinha try something now? No.
What a spot to overtake as well. The Haas is having quite some pace now.
Wait, Springfield is close.
Sarah Springfield with the slipstream, but
Not enough.
Sardinia has the slipstream from the car ahead. She's not able to pass now.
And we're starting to see overtakes again. Nathaniel might be next one to overtake as Afonso closes in behind. Looking out the window, actually, we can already see the racing line forming. A little bit of racing line forming.
Indeed.
Now will Nathaniel try to on this zone? They are searching for the water. And Nathaniel, will they type him? No. Afonso was looking.
Casino right behind is so close before this last turn, and he might be looking to attack on the straight. No, he's not. He's not taking the slipstream. He's actually
Oh.
cooling the tires.
We can
I'm
see they are
surprised that
already.
they have heat. Well, tire temperature issues with this wet conditions.
Yeah, but we will see what happens next here. Everyone is closing in, and Simon's
And Lucas Wright is super close to Jacktef.
Yeah, Simon's Risnek. Did he overtake or was he behind? I don't really.
No, Swanson was already behind, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, so Swanson tried to attack Simon's Risnek, so we are starting to see attacks now.
Lucas Wright, Jacktef, Lucas Wright, Michael Zwart are right behind each other, and the radio tells us that Slicek passed Swanson. He probably was ahead earlier on, but Slicek managed to regain position.
Nathaniel got past Riley Swanson, Jason Roy, and Sardinha was trying to attack.
This is a bold spot to overtake in the Variante Alta chicane.
And now Sardinha did overtake Afonso again. So Afonso is right behind Sardinha again. So we had two overtakes that we didn't see. And Väisänen has closed the gap again on Ignacio. We have to remember that Jason Roy has some faults on his car. He's carrying some sort of issues. We go on board with Michael Swart now. Trying to look for an opportunity on overtaking Lucas Wright, and Lucas Wright is trying to overtake Jack Def now. Will Lucas Wright be... Can he finally overtake Jack Def? Or will Michael
Lucas
Swart
Wright
attack?
is in a sandwich of, well, the current World Championship leader and Michael Zwart, who shows more and more race consistency. He's already had 2 podiums this season, and he's fighting for a third. And with other championship contenders in some type of trouble, Michael Zwart and Simon Slichek are looking to catch up Josh Nathaniel. And we are seeing a sort of hierarchy forming up. With, well, Jacktef is the most consistent driver at the moment.
And Jack Def made a mistake.
Oh, this was the caster curse of the year, ladies and gentlemen. There have been a few this season, but this was...
And we'll see
There couldn't be a better timing to curse than literally the split second after I praised his consistency, he made that mistake. But it looks like he retained position. Lucas Wright was not able to gain the position. It actually gives a lot of wiggle room to Ignacio Ureta and Eetu Väisänen.
Yeah, Väisänen is right behind Ignacio again. So Väisänen is trying anything to get past Ignacio now.
Watch out, as tire life is going to be important at some point. If conditions remain somewhat stable, and if it rains until the end, those who manage their inters the best will be able to reach the end with decent grip on their inters. As Lucas Wright is trying again in the Tamburello chicane, but he is not able to get just alongside in turn 1. Turn 4 won't work either. And look at who is right back Lucas Wright. we have a train of 5 cars ready to fight for podium positions. Jack Teff, Lucas Wright, Michael Zwart, Simon Snitschek, Riley Swenson. You can see that despite the Racing Bull's top speed, it is so hard to make a move around this track without a DRS.
Jason Roy has lost a lot of positions already because of his engine issues. And will he type him? No, he showed his car. So did Simon Trusnek on Michael Swart.
He showed the nose, but he did not commit.
He is now closer. Lucas Wright is closer than he was ever before. But now he's taking and he's cooling the tires down.
He's actually trying to see anything as well.
Yeah, will he type him?
I don't think he's trying to attack.
Yeah.
Just trying to see something.
And this battle is going on at the same time. Ignacio, Urreta and Eetu Mäisonen. Mäisonen who is trying to take the lead back after losing it. On the lockup he did on the final 3 corners.
And the lockup was actually determining to the position he had exiting the pit lane. We can see there's quite a bit of spray in some areas, and this part of the track might be the wettest part. Väisänen using alternate trajectories, and look at how close he is from Urreta. He will have a ton of slipstream. He's a mere 2/10 behind Urreta, but the problem is Ferraris do not have top speed. They have incredible cornering, but they do not have top speed.
And no, not yet. Not happening yet.
And Jack Teff is under the threat of Lucas Wright, not trying to dive quite yet. Jack Teff knows he doesn't even need to do this much of an effort to defend. He just needs to exit turn 18 well, have top speed, brake, not too late, not too early, and he'll make that, and again, another curse! My good lord, why am I cursing this guy? He didn't ask for anything, and at the time I said it doesn't need to do anything special to defend. Lucas Wright pulls off the dive inside of the Tosa curve and overtakes. He's currently 3rd, and now Jack Teff is under the threat of Michael Zwart right behind.
Yeah, good move from Lucas Wright, and Lucas Wright can now push away from Jack Teff to secure that 3rd place. It's 9.0 seconds the gap. And Lucas Wright is already a second away, so he's faster than Jack Teff right now, so seems like the Williams is not fast enough on the wet.
It could be that just Jack Teff is controlling and not taking too much risks. He knows he will score points, and he's already looking at the big picture for the championship. Lucas Wright, however, is on a comeback mission. If he wants to contend at the end of the season for the Drivers' Championship, he needs points urgently.
Yeah, he's actually closing in on the leaders. He is gaining a little by little, but he is closing in. We will see how his progression goes throughout the race now.
And Wright is not discontinuing his efforts as he's trying to catch up well, there's a huge gap with Vaisalen, so it will be hard to catch him up. And both Huerta and Vaisalen are just at another level at the moment. It took time for Huerta to catch pace, but it looks like he's now fully adapted to the track conditions, and he's driving fast. Well, he also doesn't have spray in front of him. That's a huge advantage in these conditions. But it was also the case for Jack Tuff, it was definitely the case on the previous lap for Lucas Wright. And no, the pace accelerated behind. They are now the same pace as the leaders. But earlier on, the gap increased to 8 seconds.
Yeah, now Jack Def is actually closing back in. So maybe Jack Def had it planned to let Lucas right through to get some pace back on this race. He's keeping up with Lucas right now.
And behind the battle for the points around 10th place, Sardinia is getting closer and closer to Nathaniel, and the gap between Sardinia and Casino has
actually,
increased
as
to
we
4.5
speak,
seconds.
Väisänen has overtaken Ignacio
And
Urreta.
Ignacio Ureta is finally beaten by Eetu Väisänen. He's found some top speed somewhere, or he actually found some faster corners to close the gap and overtake. We might have a chance to see this overtake again, or we might not if no camera caught it. But Eetu Väisänen is ahead of Ignacio Ureta for the time being. 18 points for the championship as it stands for Ureta, and 25 for Väisänen. One would make a huge move at the championship. That's Väisänen. And the other one is looking for his first podium of the season.
Sarah Springfield on the screens now. He's trying to overtake Afonso. Can she do it now? Does she have the top speed over Afonso? No, not so far. But she is trying.
Fantastic on boards, even if we have spray in the camera as well. The track's definitely less wet than it was some 15 laps ago. That's for sure. But it looks like rain is going to intensify again in a few minutes.
Indeed, the rain clouds is still on the horizon here. And Ignacio is still keeping up with Väisänen now. He's still keeping up, despite being overtaken. Springfield is closing in again on Afonso. And nothing yet. As we have yellow
And we
flags.
have a yellow flag. We don't know who that is yet.
Seems like
Well, we are not
Springfield.
seeing damaged cars, but
Seems like Springfield there was a green dot stopped on the track.
turn
Ooh,
12 and
aqua
a bit of a
planing.
spin there. Very tricky turn, and once you drive on the curb with a bit too much speed or a bit too much throttle, you just spin over there. Sarah Springfield was having a decent race, but not in the points. The race for the points is now getting even more difficult.
And we are hearing from the radio that the rain is going away in 5 to 10 minutes. So
Oh
we are
wow!
going to see quite a clear track. And we are already seeing the blue skies. They are going pretty fast there.
We see somewhere on the horizon that sun's trying to pierce. So far it is still raining on the track, and it's raining quite a lot still. It looks like it's going to stop at some point. Might resume later. It's going to stop for the moment.
Yeah, we'll see what happens because we have 20 laps to go. 21 laps. And Ignatius still inside the 1 second of Väisänen. Will he be able to keep that gap until the DRS is opened? But will we get to that part? We don't know yet. Now Michael Swart.
Getting close enough. Controlling the tires. As he is behind, so tires heat more.
Nathaniel was trying to look on Sam Fact's mirror.
Nathaniel behind Sam Fact. Can he find an opportunity, or will he wait for an eventual pit stop? Gap between Ureta and Wright still around 8 seconds.
And Michael Swart is attacking Jack Deff. He type bombed him, and Michael Swart is ahead. And we see
Michael Swart managed to pass.
And we see sun peeking out on most of the corners already. So it is getting sunny.
But it keeps raining. It keeps raining at the moment. We might have a rainbow at some point, because it keeps raining quite a lot.
We can see already the shadows. On some corners, like here, we can see the shadows.
Indeed. There's definitely sun rays at some spots of the track, especially in Sector 3. We can see the sun already drying up the track. But it keeps raining quite heavily on the other side of the track at the moment.
Yeah, it's already getting... The rain is going away. And we are starting to see a racing line. A dry line. It's already forming up. It's not far away now, but it's a little bit of dry line. And Michael Swart is type bombed. Lucas Wright now. Will Lucas Wright be able to defend this? They are side by side.
Lucas Wright.
Still side by side now. Who has the better braking? And no, Lucas is not giving up yet. And
both almost side by side by Tosa. Lucas driving on the inside of Tosa, and he drove a little bit on the grass on the inside. That was really the limit of the track.
And Michael Swart is not giving up this one. He is still fighting it, and now he finally got the place.
Oh, they're going to race the full lap side by side. What a battle between two extremely skilled drivers, my good lord.
And we see the rain has gone away now. It's a little bit drizzling, but we can see the sun is fully out now on the track. And now, how long will it take for the track to dry out? How long will it take now until we get to drive areas?
That could take at least 3 or 4 laps if the sun stays and keeps warming the track a little bit. We can see there's some sort of racing line that is forming at the corner apexes, but that racing line still is not dry. It is getting dry, but it's not dry yet. We can see the amount of spray has significantly reduced as well.
The clouds has gone away now. And you see the track is getting warmer actually as we speak. It's 31 degrees Celsius track temperature
That's
right
logical.
now. And the
Can
overall
Eetu Väisänen collect his first win of the season and become the first one this season to do pole and win the same day or the same weekend?
yeah. But with Väisänen wins this, the Ferrari fans are going crazy tonight.
In Italy, we are in Emilia-Romagna,
We can see how they are braying on the
a
grandstand.
land of racing.
Now will Srusnak try something against Jack Def. Jack Def is definitely losing pace here. And there has been something has happened. We have a yellow flag now.
Yellow flag has been waved. What
And it was,
happened?
It was an orange. Yeah, it was Shaolei. There was an orange dot stopped on the track.
An orange car was Jaole spinning
Too much water.
where a lot of people spun earlier today.
The curbs are still very wet.
And it will actually get worse when the time will come to
Oh,
transition to slick tires.
Lucas Wright was trying again that same overtake he did on Michael Swart a few laps ago. And they are breaking away from Jack Def now.
Jack Teff is breaking. I was gonna say breaking the DRS, but there is no DRS yet. But he's definitely not within striking distance anymore. That's a fact.
As we can see, and he tried. Lucas Wright tried to dive bomb again. Is he now close enough to try and overtake the Mercedes of Michael Swart? He is closing in. Is it enough? He's side by side already. Michael Swart has to leave space. He is side by side.
Lucas Wright on the inside for turn number 1. And Michael Swart raises in the braking zone. But Lucas Wright is side by side in turn 4. And he will be able to pass in turn number 5. Yes, he
They are
does.
banging tires, but still side by side. Now
Can Swart do the outside in Dosa? Not quite sure, but he has a better traction at the exit. What a battle between these two. And they've managed to do this without any contact in these conditions. How amazing drivers are these two. Congratulations to both.
yeah, it's a really good combination of racecraft between those two and awareness that they have. Mike Swart still, he knows he has to defend hard on Lucas Wright because Lucas Wright is not giving this one up. And will we see another battle?
He will give another chance next lap.
He is
Needs a
close.
good exit here.
He
He's
is
very
very
close.
And
Has he
has
got a good
lot-
enough exit? I don't believe so. This time Michael Swart had a better turn 18.
We'll see that he is closing in again.
He won't be
closing,
close enough.
but no, not this time around. Too far this time. The sun is really beating down here.
Conditions definitely have dried out.
We can see a racing line a lot clearer now. We can see the racing line has warmed up.
The racing line is almost completely dry where it is sunny. not quite where it is not, but the whole track is now getting rid of any standing water. It is wet, but there is no standing water anymore. And I'm expecting the first cars to attempt to drive on slicks pretty soon.
Yeah, maybe another 2 or 3 laps and we will see some cars pitting. But yeah, the racing line is coming pretty fast because the track is drying out. There are some spots with puddles here and there, but still it's drying out very quickly. Is Lucas right now close enough? No, he's too far away to make any move. But Nathaniel is trying something now on Samfact. No, Samfact closed the door just in the right spot. But Nathaniel has the chance to dive bomb. No. He was looking, but not happening this lap.
Just Nathaniel is very close. Does he have a chance into Tosa? I'm not quite sure. We've seen drivers try before, but he's not trying this now.
Now actually this or next lap is the lap when people are starting to pit, because we can see a clear racing line forming on the main
And
straight.
the sunny parts of the track are almost completely dry. There's still a lot of water where it is shadowed, but if those aren't in turns or in braking zones, I believe drivers can manage that. So far, nobody's trying. As always, it happens this way: someone tries, or a few drivers try, and as soon as they see their first sector when they're out,
DRS has been enabled. So now
DRS is enabled again. So Nathaniel with a wonderful opportunity now with the DRS.
He doesn't have DRS.
Doesn't have it yet. He actually already crossed the detection area.
And
is Nathaniel through? I believe he is.
We see the DRS is open. And now Bayer is losing out. Egan is trying to overtake now. Randy.
Aaron Egan also passed.
Belichick.
Randy Belichick passed.
No, he hasn't passed. He's behind it.
Hasn't passed yet.
Bayer got better of him. Now Ignacio has a real chance to close in and try to overtake Väisänen. And Jason Roy is the first one to pit onto the soft or medium tires until the end. Pretty sure they can.
Probably the softs are the better call.
Yeah, they can pretty sure now due to sprint race.
And in fact, those who pitted for mediums earlier,
will we see
likely.
Väisänen is pitting and Ignacio is following him in.
Yeah, good idea from Ureta to pit. I believe everyone should pit now. There's at least half of the track that is almost completely dry. The inters are worn out and are almost behaving like slicks. But you better pit. Yeah, I was saying that those who started on mediums.
Väisänen is still ahead of Ignacio. And now double stack.
Those who started on mediums still have a fresh set of softs. That will be important.
And there's a little mistake. And Belichick is continuing on, Liam de la Grasse is continuing on, Afonso is continuing on, Egan is continuing on. They are not sure. But now, the real battle
are they trying to reach the end? I feel like it's too far away.
I don't think so. The track is very clear now. We can see there is a big line already. And now the real race has begun. Will it be Väisänen who gets past Afonso now? Or will Ignacio try something behind and Ignacio is dive bombing? And no, he was looking. And now Väisänen has a great chance. No. Väisänen, he's dive bombed.
He's losing time.
Väisänen has dive bombed. At the same time, Ignacio has dive bombed.
He's done it on the inside of that compression right turn. I forgot the name of.
He knows, and there is a bunch of... Or something happened.
What
with Afonso.
Issue for Casino.
Afonso is
what kind of issue?
Afonso is low. What's happened? Jack Def is pitting now. Something has happened with Afonso. He slowed down. And, now
And the
Ignacio.
Casino is pitting.
Yeah, he is. Jack
Did
Def.
his tires just overheat and he completely lost grip? And has a slow puncture, I don't know.
Maybe he is. No, he's pitting.
Yeah,
Something
indeed.
happened with the car. And the ballistic now is.
We can see his front right tire was in a pretty bad state.
Yeah. And now Lucas Wright and Nathaniel is still continuing on. And this battle is brewing on as we speak now. Is Ignacio gonna win his first race or will it be Väisänen? They are both on the run for their first one. Now Ignacio will Lucas Wright and Nathaniel is still continuing on.
Oh my gosh. Are they trying to reach the end?
They can.
I believe it is a suicidal mission.
Yeah, these tires are already becoming into interslicks or interslicks.
Or are they seeing maybe some rain coming back soon or later? I don't think there's time for rain to come back. There is rain that is supposed to come back in the region at some point, but the race will be over in the meantime, I believe.
Yeah. So now he's in attack.
Maybe they're praying for a safety car. I would understand for Eigen, for Nathaniel, for De La Cruz, it's their only chance to score points. For Lucas Wright, I don't understand why he's staying out. He's losing so much time.
Yeah, he's losing points, valuable points. Has already lost a lot of time. And he's still out on those Warren. Yeah, now he's getting overtaken by Väisänen. And now soon enough it's Ignatius' turn. And he is spitting finally. But they lost a lot of time now behind Lucas Wright. Nathaniel is still continuing on. And now soft tires. And we can see
Lucas
how
Wright lost so much time.
Worn. We can see in the pit lane how much those tires were worn. And now we can see on the Ferrari side again how much are these tires worn. And Lucas Wright has lost a lot of valuable points. And Zhao Lei has the fastest lap now. So the track is now dry. As we speak, we have two cars out on track, Nathaniel and Eigen, who are yet to pit.
The championship leader will score points today, that's for sure. How many? And Lucas Wright is out of the pits, outside the point. Oh my gosh.
And Väisänen is pushing hard on his medium tires. Now Jack Def has DRS, he has opened DRS. And now is he gonna type bomb? Yes, he is. There's 3 whites.
Whoa! What did we just see?
What
the overtake took place literally around Nathaniel's almost immobilized car with the Inters.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the overtake by both cars. What the reaction time. And now Nathaniel is the only one that is out.
I can tell you that they are not racing today for no reason. They have a belief talent. They are the most skilled drivers we have on Earth almost.
Lucas Wright is back.
Besides rally drivers.
Yeah, Lucas Wright is back on the points. It's lap 57 out of 63 now.
6 laps to go. A 2-stop for most cars. Nathaniel still out on the inters, finally
Now he's
pitting.
pitting, and there is Michael Swart and Simon Srisnek. Srisnek is trying everything. And now it's the other Red Bull, it's not Racing Bull anymore, it's a Red Bull that is behind Michael Swart now. It's a Mercedes 2-3. That will be the most points they have scored when Michael Swart and Ignacio showed up on Mercedes in 2024. Will Michael Swart be able to defend this from Simon Srisnek?
Simon Srisnek is more and more pressing. He has the softs, that's a massive difference.
Yeah, but Michael Swart can use him. He can worn his tires out, and we can already see they are starting to worn out. He is pushing hard to get past Michael Swart. But now he has another chance to get past. Will he now try it? Srisnek on the inside will... Yes, he is side by side now. And is the move done? No, Michael Swart is not giving up this one. And now
Michael Swart is giving it all.
And Jack Duffy has been overtaken by Riley Swanson now. Sam Fact is lurking behind them. Michael Swart is not... Simon Srisnek is not giving this one up. As we get to lap 59 out of 63, we have 6 laps remaining.
View from Swart, here, rear wing, still third. Simon Srisnek trailing right behind. He has DRS. Is he trying to dive turn one?
No,
By the outside could be... It doesn't look like he has the pace.
Michael Swart has parked the bus on the right lane, as they say.
On all the lanes.
Yeah. He has widened his car by a lot to defend this position, to keep this Mercedes double podium. We have 5.5 laps to go. We can see Simon Srisnek's tires are starting to worn out. Is it gonna be enough? He is really close now, Michael. Simon Srisnek is really close. And
The Czech will have a very good opportunity this next chicane.
We have 4 laps remaining now, and is it enough to defend anymore, or will Simon Srisnek get ahead? They are side by side again. On the second corner now, into third, they are still side by side, and now Simon Srisnek got ahead, but Michael Swart is not giving this one up yet. He's still gonna keep in the DRS.
Simon Srisnek's done awesome work there, with a very clean preparation and a very aesthetically pleasing execution of this overtake. Michael Swart might actually try to overtake in his turn, not here, but he's close enough to where he can actually think of attacking the next time they're on the straight.
Now we have just 3 laps to go, and Väisänen is looking like he is gonna win this race.
pretty cleanly. Quite a big of a gap. Maybe the big gap we had this season for a win.
Now Michael Schwartz has a chance to attack back on Simon Rysnek. Will Simon Rysnek will be able to defend this? No. And they are side by side again. Will Michael Schwartz be? Yes, Michael Schwartz got past. So it's again a Mercedes 2-3.
Three laps to go. And the suspense is still full. Maybe not for the win, but for the podium fight as we are seeing here.
But I think that's it now. Because Michael Schwartz is now breaking the gap. Simon Rysnek doesn't have tires anymore to attack. Did he use his tires too early? Yeah, he's breaking the DRS now. It's lap 62 out of 63. Eetu Väisänen is on his way to a win with the Ferrari. He haven't done it yet when he joined Ferrari. But now
Eetu Väisänen has already a second place in the first Grand Prix in Melbourne. A third place in Saudi Arabia. He's looking for his third podium. But among them, his first win of the season. We are finishing this race in practically the same conditions we started it on. But if you just joined, it was pouring rain earlier on.
If you joined just now, we have a lot has happened, to say at least. We have Cortegevo crashing out on the first laps of the race. We had a lot of rain that changed a lot around this race. And now we are back on the dry track for the ending of this race. We are on the final lap with Väisänen. Väisänen is on the final lap. The fans are starting to wave hands at him.
And indeed, we're in Emilia-Romagna. We are at home. Not exactly at home for Ferrari. It's more Monza for that. But we're in one of the definitely most passionate regions of Italia.
He joined
About
Ferrari.
racing.
He was in Haas. He started with Haas. He said he wants to improve himself. He proved himself for that Ferrari seat. When Carl Fock got out of the car, he was going into the Ferrari seat. He got the Ferrari seat that he wanted. He now is racing. He's now raced everything. He has done everything right today to win this Grand Prix, and now he is coming through the final corners.
And with Michael Schwartz retaking the second position of the Drivers' Championship, Eetu Väisänen's win is going to allow him to get back to third in the Drivers' Championship.
And
We thought for a second he would win in Melbourne, but he now has a win of his own. Eetu Väisänen wins the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
And Ignacio Retta, in a disappointment that was Miami for him, he's now into P2. What a race by both Mercedes. It's a Mercedes with 2 and 3.
They swap positions from the grid.
Yeah, they swap positions.
Snicek with a pretty good P4 and a soft tire that did not allow him to overtake Zwart. Jack Teff keeps collecting points and he's stronger than ever. The leader of the Drivers' Championship now, Riley Swenson in 6th. Excellent result for the Haas driver. Sam Fact with 7th. He missed the points once in 7 races in total, if I'm not wrong. That's twice in 7 races, so he's back into the points. Good for Aston Martin. Kicksauber had a tough time Saturday. Sardinia manages in 8th place today. Lucas Wright 9th. It could have been a lot better with a better strategy when it comes to the moment they chose to get back to slicks.
What a race so far.
The race was not the most action-packed, the most dramatic we've seen, as the conditions allowed for a steady pace racing under the wet. But there were quite a few incidents and some crazy moves, especially when the track was drained out. We've seen wonderful battles between De La Cruz and not De La Cruz, between Lucas Wright and when he was overtaking Michael Zwart, or trying to overtake Michael Zwart, and same with Jack Teff, before falling down the order. Speaking of Lime De La Cruz, he had the fastest lap. That's why I was mentioning his name, but he's outside the points, so he does not collect the extra point.
As we now go.
Notable, McLaren's failed to score points today, and they are the only team that failed so.
Now as we go to the standings, then Jack Teff is currently gaining more leads. Now he's actually lost the lead. Lost a little points on the lead, but still leading by quite a margin so far this season. As we take the 2024 standing, we have...
And Väisänen has actually taken the second place of the championship.
As we take to the 2024...
Because Zwart lost the second place, that's why.
Yeah, as we take the 2024 standings, actually, this is the first time we have reached the 100 racing points so far this season. This is the 7th round. We got to
strong start.
Yeah, we got to the 100 point in 2024. It was on the 8th round of the championship. So pretty interesting.
And on the constructors side, Williams will retain the lead of the constructors championship, but the gap is significantly reduced. With Ferrari, McLaren's failed to score points, and Mercedes are right back in the mix for the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull scored some points. The struggling teams, Racing Bulls and McLaren, among the top teams, scored together a total of 2 points.
What the race weekend, I have to say.
And
there was
next race.
The next race is Monaco.
Next race will take place in Monaco. Not the most exciting Sunday track, but we will have the most awaited qualifying of the season. And maybe we're gonna have action on the race day. Maybe strategy wise it will be very interesting. We will see. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will be back next week in the Principality of Monaco.
Until then, it
Bye-bye.
was fun, and goodbye.